Many buyers think strategy is determined strictly by market conditions. It's not. Competition determines leverage in real time. And you should expect competing buyers for desirable properties. Not occasionally, regularly. Because the moment another buyer enters the picture, the strategic environment changes completely. Let's simplify this. In a neutral environment, you and the seller are negotiating across the table. There are two parties. Leverage flows between those two parties only. Now introduce a second buyer, and the dynamic changes immediately. The seller is no longer negotiating price and terms. The seller is now comparing buyers. And when buyers are compared, strategy shifts. When competition enters, speed matters more, signal strength matters more, offer structure matters more, risk calibration matters more. The seller's leverage increases, not because of market labels, but because of live dynamic alternatives. This is why competition overrides broad market commentary. You can be in a buyer's market overall and still face a competitive micro environment on a specific property. Here's where agent depth matters. It's not just that there are competing buyers, it's how sophisticated those buyers are and how sophisticated their agents are. If another buyer's agent knows how to structure clean offers, sequence contingencies intelligently, signal seriousness early, and read seller psychology, that affects your life. If your own agent does not interpret that ecosystem accurately, you lose strategic ground quickly. A surface level response to competition from a weak agent sounds like, let's just go in strong. A strategic response sounds more like, how many buyers are we competing with? What signals has the listing agent given? Is this seller price sensitive or certainty sensitive? Are we competing against escalation behavior? Where is the real leverage at this moment? Competition is not just about price. It's about interpreting pressure correctly. When you sign a buyer representation agreement, you are committing to how your agent behaves under pressure. Competition is pressure. Some agents escalate automatically, some agents freeze, some agents simply mirror what they see. So pre-screening your agent is critical. If you want a structured interview and scoring system to evaluate how your agent candidates handle competition and live leverage, download Strategic Buyer Agent Interview Toolkit. It's designed for serious buyers to make a strategic decision when choosing their agent. Find the link in the description or use the QR code on your screen. Next, we're going to talk about hyperlocal intelligence. Because even competition is interpreted differently depending on how well an agent understands the micro market and the agent ecosystem they're operating inside. And that's where another layer of buyer agent strategic depth shows up. Click the video on your screen and let's dive in on the advantages of hyperlocal expertise.